Hello everyone and welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to do a friendship reading for BLACKPINK. In this case we're going to figure out the type of relationship that Rose and Jisoo have together, and let's just jump into the reading and figure out how they get along. So the first card that I'm going to take out is going to figure out what type of connection they have. So how do Rose and Jisoo get along? I want one card. Okay. So to represent the connection that Rose and Jisoo have is New Moon in Libra, Know You Are Loved. So I find this very funny because in the BLACKPINK spouses reading we saw this card come up twice. So I'm surprised that it came up again. I don't really know who had it. I don't remember who got the card, but the card that represents the connection between Jisoo and Rose, I need to remember that Jisoo is on this side and Rose is on this side. That's why it is like 1 and 2. Anyway, so it's Know You Are Loved. So to represent their connection is supposed to be one where they care for each other, or they're balancing each other out because it's Libra, so it's harmony, so they get along. They seem to be able to help each other out somehow. It's a sense of wherever one is lacking, the other one is able to like pick up that slack and like help each other out with their strengths and weaknesses. With this new moon, it's a new chapter, a new beginning, so I do feel that both of them are very good at starting new projects together, or like to just start new cycles, I guess, in that sense. And they both bring a lot of tranquility to each other, a lot of harmony, and they seem to be very good partners in crime of sorts. Yeah. The next card that I'm going to take out is to figure out a card to represent each individual here. So one card to represent Jisoo in this connection. We have the Chariot reversed, and one card to represent Rose in this connection. We have the Tower reversed. So to represent Jisoo, we have the Chariot reversed. So in this case, it kind of feels like she is an individual who likes to take action but slowly, and she likes to keep her options open. So the Chariot is a card that is supposed to represent someone that already knows what path to take, and they go full force to make that happen. They go as quickly as possible because they are constantly moving and making that dream come true, right? But with it in reverse, it feels like the card that represents Jisoo is it's that of someone who likes to take breaks, is that of someone that likes to take things slowly, one step at a time, or maybe it is also symbolizing that Jisoo may be in between two options and hasn't picked which option or which path to take, so she doesn't know how to move forward since a decision has to be made. She's kind of like a crossroads, it feels like. So in this connection, Jisoo feels like something's not flowing smoothly somehow. Now the card that represents Rose is the Tower reversed. So this card, I will need a little bit more information, so the other cards are going to give me a better insight as to how they get along. But so far, the card that represents Rose is the Tower reversed, and the Tower, usually upright, talks about the deconstruction or the destruction of a foundation, of a structure, in order to build a stronger foundation upon it. So with this one, it kind of feels like with it in reverse, Rose may be either learning a lot of new things or being inspired constantly but she may be struggling to rebuild that foundation again, or create a stronger foundation to build upon it once again. So I do feel that there's a sense of maybe Rose struggles with transformation, or she may be struggling with her rebirth, but the destruction has been done already, I feel. Or maybe this is a I don't feel it's a warning. It feels like it has already happened. But yeah, inspiration has come through, the spark has been sparked, I guess, and now there's a sense of having to rebuild all of that. And maybe Rose is kind of struggling to rebuild. But let's see the other cards to figure out their connection. So the next card that I'm going to take out is to figure out, how does Jisoo see Rose? So we have the 10 of Swords. So I think this feels familiar somehow. So it feels like Jisoo is able to see the difficulties and challenges that Rose has gone through in her life, and in like the challenges life has put in front of Rose. So how does Rose see Jisoo? Wait, I'll put them back because I want one card. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So with the 10 of Swords, it feels like Jisoo is also able to see that there's a lot of mental blockages within Rose. It feels like Jisoo is very good at noticing when Rose is not okay, or when Rose is going through a very difficult time. So I do feel that Jisoo may be very good at noticing or just feeling when things are not okay, or when there's a very strong challenge. So this Tower card that Rose got, Jisoo probably knows about it, or has felt it, or is aware of those difficulties or those challenges that are constantly bogging down, or the baggage that Rose usually goes through. Now with this 10 of Pentacles reversed, it feels like Rose sees the potential that Jisoo has. She sees that there's a sense of growth and development, and a sense of improving in her career, and her in this case being Jisoo. So I do feel that Rose sees the potential that Jisoo has, and the path ahead of her, and the path and the growth that Jisoo can still go upon and improve in order to have a more successful career. So yeah, this 10 of Pentacles seems to talk about development, growth, and potential. The next card that I'm going to take out is to figure out, how do Jisoo and Rose like to spend their time together. So 2 cards came out. We have New Moon in Sagittarius with focus on the positive, and then we have New Moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. So how do they like to spend their time together? Hyping each other up. So we have 2 new moons, so again, new beginnings. So it feels like Jisoo and Rose like to hang out together to talk about the future, or to talk about their plans that they want to do and start working on that. With Sagittarius, there's a sense of optimism, and with Virgo, there's a sense of hard work and organization. So I do feel that they both like to talk to each other to figure out the path that they want to lay out for each other, or the path they are looking forward to, or the journeys or the projects that they're going to work on, or the challenges they're going to encounter. But with focus on the positivity and trust all will be well, I feel that they both like to the time that they like to spend together is usually to hype each other up, or to be the support for each other, or to just be there for each other during very difficult times. Or even if they're not having a difficult time, they like to be together to create a positive space and a comfortable space for them to feel comfortable again. So I do feel that both of them may have a connection that is not, the connection itself doesn't seem to be difficult or challenging, but it feels like both of them individually are going through challenges and difficulties that when they that the other one is able to see in the other. So they like to just come together and hype each other up and be the comfort and support and pillar for the other one, and just be the support that the other one needs, and be there to aid the other one whenever and however it is that they need. So I do feel that there's this sense of working together when to ease the difficulties that they are both going through separately. So I guess it makes sense why Jisoo is able to see the mental baggage that Rose has. Then Rose is able to see the potential ahead of Jisoo, because they see these difficulties within the other one, because the thing that they like to do together is hype each other up and support each other and help each other and have a partnership to bring balance and harmony to the other. The next section, I'm going to take out a card to figure out what they like about each other. So what does Jisoo like about Rose? That was very quick. We have strength. What does Rose like about Jisoo? We have the 9 of Cups. Okay. So with strength, there is a sense of what Jisoo likes about Rose is a sense of, again, it feels like a potential, or it feels like yeah, that makes more sense actually. So strength talks about being brave and having the courage to overcome a challenge and be able to tame the raw feeling that someone has, to bring it to their advantage and work and move and push forward through a journey. But with it being reversed, I actually felt that what Jisoo likes about Rose is a vulnerability that Rose brings to Jisoo. So what I mean by that is that Rose, since what they like to do together is just open up to each other and support each other and help each other through difficult times, I think that what Jisoo really likes about Rose is the ability that Rose has about opening up and talking about the difficulties and the challenges that she's going through, and being able to be vulnerable and say what it is that is bothering her. And because of that, in a way, it feels like what Jisoo likes about Rose is that Rose is not afraid of showing Jisoo the 10 of Swords that she's carrying, all of that baggage, all those difficulties, and the mental exhaustion. Damn, that was a hard word. That Rose puts herself through because of that, all of that overthinking she may be having. On the other hand, the thing that Rose likes about Jisoo is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups talks about a dream come true, which is making me think of like two things. Either Rose really likes that Jisoo makes her dreams come true, or she feels that Jisoo is a dream come true. Which I think it could be both, right? Like, she could really like how Jisoo is able to, again, Rose sees Jisoo as someone that has a lot of potential. So I do feel that it is very fitting that she may see that she will really like how Jisoo makes her dreams come true, and is slowly accomplishing her goals and going through her journey. However, I also feel that since they both really like to create a very positive space for both of each other, I do feel that there's a sense of like Rose feels like Jisoo is a dream come true because they're each other's supports when they need it. The next card that I'm going to take out is just to figure out what they have learned from each other. So what has Jisoo learned from Rose? We have the Page of Swords. What has Rose learned from Jisoo? We have the 5 of Swords reversed. So the thing that Jisoo has learned from Rose is how to speak up, how to communicate her ideas, how to say how she thinks about things or how she feels about things. And I think it's because of this 10 of Swords. Since we have already established that Rose is opens up to Jisoo and shows this vulnerable side of herself, I do feel that Jisoo has learned how to have the courage to speak up about her ideas and her thoughts, and that's something that she has learned through the open nature that Rose has with her, based on the connection that they have. because the Page of Swords talks about communication. It talks about the beginning, baby stage of being able to learn how to express yourself, how to think things a bit more clearly, and how to analyze things better. So I do feel that with this Page of Swords, Jisoo is just learning how to think things through, how to analyze her thoughts and her ideas, and be able to express those ideas better. On the other hand, we have the Five of Swords reversed. So I do feel that what Rose has learned from Jisoo is how to not be as cautious, how to just work and get things done, and not be afraid of always like having to look over her shoulder type of thing. Because the Five of Swords upright usually talks about someone that has won the battle, and the two people in the background that the foreground individual has beat, they are looking back almost like they'll get revenge eventually for losing that battle, right? So I always see that as a sign of like a warning, or be cautious about something, right? So with it in reverse, I feel that what Rose has learned is to not be as cautious, and to not feel like she has to always look over her shoulder because something bad is going to happen. So in a way, she has learned how to be more optimistic and how to feel safe. Again, I want to point out that Jisoo sees Rose as a 10 of Swords, so someone that's having a lot of challenges and difficulties, and someone that suffers of overthinking. So I'm not surprised that the thing that Rose has learned from Jisoo is how to like lay back a little bit, how to relax a bit more, and not overthink things a lot. Now the last card that I'm going to take out is just to figure out, why did Rose and Jisoo meet? Why did they meet? So we have last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. So I think that's very obvious actually. Why did they meet? To help each other out, overcome the obstacles, challenges, and baggage that they both carry. Again, it doesn't feel like this is baggage that they have with each other, especially since they like to just create a safe and comfortable and positive space for each other. I do feel that they met so they could just help each other out during very difficult times, or when they're going through a rocky path, or when they're just going through the lessons that they both have to learn as individuals. And if we have that type of mentality, I guess it makes sense why the card that represents both of them in this connection is the Chariot reverse and the Tower reverse. This tells me that this is a very big challenge, and because of that, the connection that they have is one to create a healing space, and to create a support system for each other, and like help each other balance out. Not because there's a sense of codependency, but because there's a sense of mutual understanding and mutual healing and mutual respect. So I do feel that they both have a very cordial relationship, and they have a friendship that is I feel like it's low maintenance. And what I mean by that is that they hang out with each other when they feel like it and when they need it, but it's not necessarily one where they always have to be together and they always have to like help each other out. It's like, no, they lend each other a hand when they can, and because of that, they are able to create such a healthy space to heal each other out. But with the last quarter moon, we're talking about the last phase before we enter well, it's supposed to be like the end of a cycle with the last quarter moon. But yeah, when it's in Capricorn, we're talking about maybe this could be issues that they have at work, or issues they have with their goals, or issues they have with their public image. But yeah, leave the past behind. It's just talking about baggage. They're just helping. Why did they meet? Just to help each other work through all that baggage and just be the support that they both need as individuals. So I'll leave this reading here. It was actually pretty nice, and it was fun to read for both of them. But the reading itself wasn't necessarily like fun and lighthearted. It felt very serious, and it felt very grounded, and it felt very important. So I do feel that both of them really appreciate each other and are very grateful to have met, because of the space that they have created for each other is one full of healing and positivity. So I do feel that it was kind of strange, because when I saw the cards, it felt kind of heavy, or it felt like something bad was going on. So I was like, do they not get along, or is there's something going on there. But no, it feels like they're both just going through their challenges as individuals, but the friendship that they have together is one that is able to help them out through their own problems because they're just supporting each other. I do feel that they're able to like lean on each other and help each other out because the issues that they have, of course, aside from being individually, it seems to be from very different aspects. One, for example, Rose feels to be like an environmental external type of issue, and with Jisoo, it feels to be more of an internal issue of making a choice and then taking action. So yeah, that was very interesting. I found that very fun actually, from a reader's perspective, of course. For you guys, I don't know if it was fun or entertaining. All my words are like boo boo or entertaining. So I hope that you did enjoy it, and thank you so much everyone for watching this video. Thank you for all the love and support, and I'll see you on the next one whenever that is. And love and healing from my part to you. Once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.